All right. Sports metal. Okay, this game's gonna go fast. What do you think of this opening hand?
I think that is maybe the greatest opening hand that I've ever seen in my life.
Yep, that's a solid keep. Uh,
Money, inject, apocalypse, eater,
Everything you
and
possibly
a
need.
tasty current. Why not?
Indeed, indeed. Yes, we take those. We take those. Yeah, that's a pretty good hand. The only real question is how long can we keep up the fact that we are running apocalypse. Okay. Ice hedge fund. Okay. So we draw into dirty laundry. Um, what do we do here?
Wow, we milled the labor rights immediately.
um, do we inject first click?
I think we sure gambled before injecting just to keep, because otherwise we
Makes
drop
sense. Okay.
potentially drop to yeah.
That's a lot of cards. They see hacktivist and wanton. I say dirty
Oh,
laundry R&D
yep, absolutely. Yeah, we got a paperclip in the bin as well, which is pretty cool.
architect, and we'll just play hacktivist or eater here. Hmm.
That's a good question.
I don't think
Like
hacktivist
if
is necessary now, but eater will give away our game plan.
See, this is it exactly. Yeah. So like you've just seen an architect.
Yeah.
He will 100% make sure an architect gets rezzed if he thinks we're on apocalypse, and if he
Yeah.
sees either, he knows we're on apocalypse.
So hacktivist here.
This is tricky. Yeah, I would be inclined to go with hacktivist.
Cool. Yeah, I don't feel so bad about being the first one to play the current since we have both currents. But yeah, at this point we don't really want to telegraph the apocalypse.
I concur.
All right, so that's probably the architect on R&D. We are going to mill DDoS and Ether. All right, the jig is up.
Okay.
Jig is up, I
The
guess.
jiggy, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So he definitely knows what we're on now. So if we're pretty confident that's the architect, we don't want to let that get rezzed. So this
DDoS.
becomes a question. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we got to try to find the DDoS,
So let's
and that's going to
draw.
be a challenge.
That's a daily
Yeah.
class. We could install the Ether now.
I actually would. Yeah. And the reason I would is because he's seen it in the bin, so he knows what we're about.
Right. And we'll just
Thank
take
you
the
for credit.
credit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. This is good.
So far, so good. Right, so this sports metal is going a bit slowly. You expect by now they would have something in their remote. Let's see if they are able to pressure this turn.
Yeah, I
Uh,
certainly thought we would have seen something by now.
yeah, because one of the weaknesses of Apoc Max is that you are pretty bad at contesting remotes. Once they have two eyes on it, it's basically impossible to run.
This is true.
Alright, so they install something. We draw liberated account. Um, so what's the plan here? Do we money up and then attempt to Apoc in the near future?
Yeah, I think that's what I'd be going with. Like it's not super exciting, but I think all day I am installing this and just slamming it. Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, that seems good.
Yeah, so it puts pressure on okay, great. So we've got a
Mill.
hacktivist trigger.
Yep.
Yeah, this is great. Rashida isn't great for us, obviously. But we are putting pressure on him, right? So he knows two things about us. We have a reasonable amount of money and we have an eater on the board, which means if we have Apocalypse in hand, he is at risk now. So this is going to change how he plays.
Yep, that's a very good analysis. I think if I were him, I'm gonna be slapping lots of bad eyes on big bad eyes, I should say, on my centrals. Um, or maybe even putting a ginger grid on the central if that's what he's going for. So yep, we see the HQ
Ooh,
ice. The
Double
oh,
Ice HQ is very interesting.
I think that's almost certainly a ginger grid on HQ. Uh, if it's a Christian grid, we are really really sad. But you know who plays that card?
Hmm.
All right, Max Mill, day job, inject. Right.
What is that card doing out there?
That is a very good question. Snare? I
It
guess
would
we
be fantastic if it was.
sure we check. Surely we check here. I don't.
I don't see how we can't, right? I mean, so here's the question, right? As in, what what is going to be worth our while running out there for?
Hmm. Could be a Jeeves, right? Um.
Jeeves is a pretty good shout, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Between Jeeves and team sponsorship, I think one of them is likely. The question is, do we care?
Mm,
because APOC gets it in the bin for free.
this is true. This is very true. We got to land the APOC as well, though. I would feel so much better about this if we had a DDoS.
So I think because of that, we should draw. It's a daily cast. I think we
Yeah.
draw again. That's not a DDoS.
Okay, so Laundry makes running that remote a little bit better now.
Might as well.
So the question is, yeah, do we run archives or do we run the server
We
too?
are going to run
I think
archives eventually, so
eventually, yes. Very good call. Very good
let's
call.
just make sure nothing crazy is happening here. Daily business show
Yes.
in the bin. Uh, Drop the cast, I guess.
Yeah,
And we don't need the levy.
I I agree. Yeah, so we've got 4 drip coming in next turn. We can burst up with another 4 from liberated account. I still think we're in a good position. Our corporation is definitely disappointed that they haven't seen a 2-pointer by now, I would say.
I am more concerned over the fact that they did not rest the ginger grid on HQ. So the
Mm,
chances of that being a Christian grid is that much higher now.
yeah,
Uh, so
another one time. Hmm,
yeah,
this is curious.
very curious. Usually I would go for a tempo one turn here. We have the cash for it, but as you said, I really want to see the DDoS.
Did you see what Kat posted in the chat? That's fantastic. Okay, so what do we got in the bin? So all we're missing in terms of getting into that remote is a black orchestra, right? So we've got Paperclip and MK Ultra in the bin at this point.
Yep. Do we try? Because Gatekeeper is really the only bad thing that can possibly hit us.
Yes, and that is heaps bad, and he's almost certainly playing it, right? So the other thing I would say is, in terms of our Apocalypse run, we don't really mind if he's rezzed ice on the remote. I would almost say him rezzing ice on the remote is
Better.
maybe good for us because it
Yes.
drains some credits.
Yep.
I think we probably can test the remote.
Well, Gatekeeper isn't that bad because we can break the first sub with Ether, so
This
they
is
won't
true.
get
This is
to
true. We
shuffle.
stop it from firing. Oh, nice.
Oh,
Oh
huh.
god, now this is the snare.
Rashida.
Oh, Rashida.
I mean, we're
Great.
definitely trashing it. Um,
Yeah, that's fantastic.
But what now? I think I would draw just to find a DDoS. That's not a DDoS.
It's not. But we have seen 2 liberated on a first pass through a max deck, so I think we're in a good position.
Yeah, I'm not that tempted to play it now. Because if we do land an APOC, it would go face down.
So this is the question. We have 7 cards. We are going to be pitching at least
One turn.
one if you don't play it.
Definitely the one turn. I
Yeah,
don't
'cause we
know
have to-
what else we'll be pitching. Amped up or Hacktivist seem like the natural choices.
Yeah. We could, like, he's not threatening a score. We could probably pitch the Hacktivist.
What's the last click? I'll check server 3, I guess.
Yeah, that seems like a good call.
In before snare. Oh, that's not a snare. That's a Jeeves.
Okay, so this is expensive.
Yeah, it's too expensive.
And Apocalypse will destroy it if we ever land it.
Also, Hacktivist is
Yeah.
live, so if he reses
Yes, that's
it
true.
here,
That's true, yeah.
it's good for
I
us.
mean, like, you're not going to res it for value at this point if you're the corporation.
Nope. Res it for scoring maybe. So scoring a 4-2, that would be
Yes.
fine reason.
But yeah, we did keep honest with the remote.
Yep, we are. I'm very surprised about the no res. Not sure what's up with that.
Mm.
That's very, very interesting. I can't really imagine what the ice could be. For a no res there. We haven't seen much of his deck. It seems like a bunch of assets. Yeah. Okay, so another thing goes in. Advance. Interesting.
Mm.
We draw labor rights.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
What a card. What a card.
We're in this. So, what happens here? We could attempt to APOC.
We could. 22 credits is a great number of credits.
Should we?
Let me see. I think your decision not to install the liberated account on the previous turn is a great one, and it's what enables us to make this call right now. Because if we'd install that, there's no way we got a good value out of.
Yeah, because I can't see ourselves doing anything else right now. The only other thing we could do is to draw for DDoS, which
Yeah.
might not
or labor.
happen. It hasn't been happening. Oh, what?
Oh, that feels heaps bad.
That is not a card that we can really deal with. Oh, wow.
So I'm going to need to read. Whenever an encounter with a piece of ice protecting the server ends, in which the runner broke at least one subroutine, he or she loses a click if able. So this isn't going to fire, right? Because we just break all of this with 3 clicks. Like we're
Yeah,
going to
but we
lose a
can't.
click.
Yeah, we can't land an APOC, I guess.
Oh no, of course not, of course. But I think we got to I would be inclined to click through this
Okay.
because if we don't click through it, we're going to pay to break it and pay a click anyway. So like the opportunity, like it's only
Agreed.
2 clicks.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah. Wow.
Oh, okay. So this is not terrible news because we can break this. Sure, we're not accessing, but like he's definitely not scoring whatever's in that remote,
That is true.
and
That is
he's
true.
gone super poor.
All right, we'll break it. Break, break, break. Do we want to use MK Ultra to break it so we can trash the Bellamy?
Hmm. Yeah, I think we do. I 100% think we do. Actually, that's an outstanding call. Yeah, because we've got the credits to do this.
Uh. Hmm. All right. All right. Let's rewind everything and do
Yeah.
it again.
Yeah, great shout. Okay, so we're clicking through this.
All right.
Green
Break,
Ultra.
break. Uh,
Trace me. So at some point we're going to want to overwrite that MK Ultra because
yeah,
it's
apocalypse
yeah,
will happen. All right. Let's do the access first, then talk. Ooh, SSL.
good access.
Also, he's running proper 3 pointers. That's interesting. Anyway,
It's
oh, we need to discard. What's the best discard? I can't see a good discard here.
Labor Rights is a pretty mediocre card. I don't know if we need that.
No, we can't do that.
No.
Amped up, I guess.
So this is tricky.
Or wanton.
Like Wonton is super expensive to land right now. Actually, Wonton is prohibitively expensive to land right now.
And we can get it back with labor rights. This is fine.
This is true. Yeah.
Yeah, so we were talking about overwriting MK Ultra. I think our opponent has thrown us a big bone here by resing Itchy on as the innermost ice on HQ. So we can let all our programs be trashed before the apocalypse.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Alright, so money happens and preemptive action happens. So probably no more agendas in the bin. We draw into same old thing. Legwork, day job go in the bin. Do we get money?
Yeah, I'm definitely getting money here.
Okay.
So,
They're probably gonna score this agenda. I think it's a 3 pointer with Jeeves, probably. I don't see any agenda that can hurt our apocalypse plans. Okay.
okay, there's no way that's an agenda. Like if he had a reasonable amount of money there, like either it's not an agenda or he has a lot of confidence in the remote ice.
All
But
right.
no, you know what? We're getting close to the bottom of our stack.
Oh
He
yeah, we are. Yes, that is the entire plan. So day job. Sorry, second DDoS hits the bin. If that's the second Mason Bellamy, do we want to run a remote again? Run HQ again.
20 credits. So we're going to be spending 3 clicks on Fairchild. We're going to be spending what 6 credits to break Ichi and let the yeah.
7. That's expensive. But
It is 7 credits, so 10 credits in total to get rid of what theoretically is another Mason Bellamy.
yeah,
Hmm.
tough choice.
I think so like there. I think the remote has to be NGO at this point, right?
Yep.
Like if it was a 5-3, he's definitely got it scored by now because of Jeeves.
Right.
Like his hand would have to be phenomenal for him to be unwilling to res that Jeeves and lose a card to Hacktivist.
Hi.
So yeah, I think for sure that's an NGO. I think probably draw a card, sure gamble, take liberated money, and well, okay, decision made, right?
Decision made indeed. All right.
Yeah.
I just don't see how we can land an apocalypse with Mason on HQ.
Yeah, so it's impossible. We can't.
So what's our win condition then? This is
Our
really
win condition is get rid of Mason again.
sounds right. Yep, you were completely right. That's the NGO front.
NGO, yeah.
Probably a real agenda coming down. Yep, this looks like a real agenda.
Oh,
I see. I see it. Well,
that is rude.
yeah. Hmm. So this is really bad because we can't even click through the Fairchild. Wow.
So amped up gives us a 6-click turn.
It does. It does.
Mm. But 6 clicks still isn't enough because we're going to lose 2 clicks on the HQ run with Mason Bellamy.
Probably one if we don't break the Ichi.
Oh God, you're completely right.
So how many clicks does that take? One for archives, one for R&D, 2 for HQ, one for the apocalypse.
So that actually gives us a spare click. So we just have to pray to RNGesus here and hope we don't hit the apocalypse on our amped up.
Yeah.
Oh, and we're down to 5 clicks.
We are down to 5
So,
clicks.
yeah.
We don't have a spare click.
Yeah, so we have the exact right number of clicks, and we have a 1 in 5 chance of
Botching
killing
this.
the dream.
Shall we do it?
100%. No. Oh, okay. So that clearly didn't work out. But this is Netrunner. This is Netrunner.
I hate life. Now what?
This is a good question. So we need to make use of the turn for sure.
Well, we can definitely draw our entire deck and do some Laborite shenanigans.
We can be mean. But okay, so let's consider the next couple of turns, right? So Apocalypse is completely off now, as long as we have both Mason Bellamy on HQ and the MCA austerity policy.
If we record, what you call that, another amped up and another
amped up,
maybe.
Yeah. So do we get to the bottom of our stack and recur amped up, Apocalypse, and Apocalypse?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
We're great at this, right?
What could possibly go wrong? My other issue is that we are just gonna mill the cards that we just put back in.
Yeah.
I hate this. Is there no way we can make this? Yep.
Yeah. I think if we play Laborites as our first click, not now. This is going to have to be like over the space 2 turns. If we play Laborites as our first click, we can fill our hand with a lot of good stuff.
So I guess we should just draw now.
I think we do, yeah. Oh, DDoS, you beautiful, beautiful.
Yep, snapping that down for sure.
Yeah.
Snapping that down. Do we want the same old thing all the time? I think we rather have it in our hand. Amped up can do some really nasty stuff to us. So
this is true.
Last click. I don't know. Credit?
Yeah, I think credit's good.
Okay.
So that DDoS was a fantastic draw because it's going to mean that ice on R&D isn't going to be rezzed.
Yep, indeed. And they can't guard HQ with more ice. So that's very important. All right.
So our hacktivist from turn 1 has been doing brilliant work for us.
Yeah, because they haven't been scoring anything. Oh, look! Double labor rights. We take those. How do we want to do this? So, labor rights for amped up APOC.
So I think labor rights draw. That gets us all 3 cards that we recur.
Right. So we can only keep 4 cards in hand.
This is true.
What are we dropping? I mean, what are we keeping? Labor rights, APOC? No, amped up APOC, and levy?
So, yes.
No, amped up APOC, second labor rights.
Oh, mm, yes. So we're going to run into an issue,
Yeah?
right? And that issue is
If we hit.
if yeah, yeah, if we hit the labor rights. So
But,
if we hit the labor rights, we can't go through our stack again.
but what are the chances of that? Right?
I mean, pretty high. Yeah. So no, like we're kind of in almost an unwinnable position, right? As in, if we hit the yeah, if we if we have to hit the duplicate apocalypse,
We
this is the
have to.
problem, right?
We have to.
Yeah.
But by the law of
Doesn't matter if
probability,
I think if we apocalypse,
we
we're in a
might
really
just
strong
win.
position anyway,
Yeah.
right? Like all our heat breakers are in the bin. Yeah, we got this.
We
No, we don't.
got this. We totally got this.
We're gonna have something. So like best case scenario here is we we've got a 2/3 chance of this working out in our favor.
And we have a 1/3 chance of. Hmm.
But you know what? This is what Anarch and Max is about, right?
Yes. Oh man. I still can't believe we hit the one apocalypse just now. Oh
know.
man. That would have been a beautiful turn otherwise. And now it's their turn to think. Yeah. Yep.
So I think he has to use the MCA austerity policy here, right?
For sure. But I don't think there's any way he can defend his centrals, right? Unless he has more. No, I don't see any way. Ice on HQ is blank. Ice on archives is blank. Ice on R&D helps, but we can break the inner ice with Ether anyway. I think
Yeah.
they're gonna get APOC regardless. Yeah.
Yes, apocalypse is happening.
The only question is what happens after that. That would be interesting. Maybe they're thinking of scoring a 4-2 agenda. So click MCA and score.
Yeah,
There we
you
go.
went for it. So what 4-2 are you running here? Oh no. He's going to res Jeeves and score 5-3.
Works as well, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works. I would score a 4-2 though. There are some good 4-2s out. No, you're right. A 5-3 is better. Because I was thinking of remote enforcement. But
Ooh,
what?
I did not see this coming. Wow.
What?
I genuinely didn't expect that.
I mean, surely you would over advance the Vitruvius there so you can get stuff back from your bin. Interesting. So we go for it.
Yeah, 100%.
Is there any benefit to playing amped up now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. We called it. We called it.
we totally saw that coming.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is gonna happen. Architect. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know we knew that was going to happen.
What am I doing? Sorry. Hold on. Credit. I'll just break it with MK Ultra
Break with MK, yeah.
because I get to access a card here.
Because you got access, exactly, yeah.
All right.
Oh no. Just because you interacted with either, JNet thinks that you used either.
Jeeves. Okay, that's fine. We run archives.
We do.
Cyberdex and Ikawa, which we will not steal.
Ah, outstanding. Great call.
Run HQ. No match. Break. We can let the first and second subroutines fire, right? I don't see a
Yeah,
problem
and
with that.
in fact, I think we do. Yeah, we only break the last one here.
Trash.
And fire it all. This is pure Netrunner.
Boost to 1. Yep, and that happens.
So I think if he draws feverishly, we probably immediately check archives.
Yes, we know there's an Ikawa in there for sure. It's not icing archives. Interesting. Okay. So do we run HQ first?
Hmm.
Because I'm thinking we can potentially land a second Epoch, or is that too early? I'm just wondering where to get the last agenda at this point.
Yeah, I get you. Okay, so what's the worst that can happen if we run HQ?
Uh,
Another architect, essentially, right?
yes, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay.
Or we can just steal
So
the.
you know what? You
Yeah.
know what? No, it's not even terrible, right? As in, like, if we run HQ and it's an architect, like, it's not like he's going to install the Ikawa from archives.
No,
Ooh, he installs Mason Bellamy, though, right? Please don't be architect.
please don't be architect. Well,
Yay!
I mean, we are breaking it, that's for sure.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
We might get the winning agenda off this. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
dude,
yep,
Ben.
that's the winning agenda. There we go. Wow, we made it.
And in a very max way.
Yeah. Jeez, that was. Wow.
That's a fun game. And you know what? It was a genuine demo of what labor rights can do at the end of the stack.
Yes, that was indeed a very successful demo of labor rights. That's crazy. That's just crazy. Ooh.
Yeah, Ichi is the worst dice for Apocalypse. Yeah. So to be fair, our corp opponent was pretty unlucky not to see some scoreable agendas earlier, I think. Ooh, what was the remote ice?
He said Surveyor Ichi. Right, so 2 strength Surveyor. Uh, that makes sense.
Hmm.
Oh, he was running border control as well. That would have been uh, a heartbreaker. Well, so any last thoughts about the game?
Um, I'm just really happy that labor rights kind of did exactly what I hoped it would do, right? As in like recurring 3 really powerful cards, and like we thought it out well, this idea that okay, we'll bring both of the apocalypses because if we hit that one apocalypse again, that probably would have been the end of the game. Unfortunately, we did hit our recursion card. So the outs were, yeah, I think we got lucky and unlucky at times, right? The outs were against us, or for us, and we managed to hit the cards we wanted from hand with amped up. But we got lucky maybe with actually what's in his hand? Is there any other agenda in hand? Yeah, we did pretty well, I think.
Yeah, I really like how you can use labor rights to really sculpt a very nice hand to prepare yourself for the APOC.
Yes.
Which is how we use labor rights this game, and it worked out very well.
Yeah, and that draw one is probably key there, right? As in, like, if it's just put 3 cards back in, you're losing momentum a little bit. So yeah, the draw one was important. Yeah, you're right. The over advanced Vitruvius would have been huge
Yeah,
to save something from the bin.
yep. But it's hard to say what they had. I think
This is true. Yeah, we don't know what they would have
I
lost to the activist.
yeah, I think the idea was to put an ice in front of the R&D architect so that the architect would stay on the board.
Mm.
Right, yeah, he confirms it. Yep, that was it. No, that's a very smart plan. Right. So that's good. That's basically it for our successful demo. It was pretty successful. So thanks very much, Mike, for doing this with me and for sharing
Thank
your.
you so much for inviting me.
Yep. It was definitely a very good game and discussion that we had. Any shout outs you want to make before we close off this video?
Um, Yeah, so the Netrunner community in Ireland is really great. Like I traveled over to Worlds, there was 8 of us who went, and we just had a really fantastic time. And it's that kind of community that I think is going to keep Netrunner alive through Nice, right? Like Nice are doing a fantastic job. Like I'm really, really impressed with what I see. So like their enthusiasm and organization combined with this community of people who you consider friends is I think what's going to keep Netrunner around. So yeah, definite shout outs to the Irish Netrunner crew and to Nice. Yeah.
Yep, indeed. And we'll see. Well, hopefully we'll see more cool stuff happening in the future. But for now, it's goodbye from Mike
Yes, goodbye.
and goodbye from me. Happy night running. See you next time.